Hey all, this is Nemesis, and this is going to be part 4 of the Nemesis speedrun. I'm now uploading the clip that I quote-unquote recorded yesterday. You see that? I should have actually pasted it first. Yeah. So, we continue where we left off. Hopefully it does remember the seek control, hopefully it does remember it, because otherwise I'm gonna have to... the chapel, right? Yes. Chapel, and we should be Carlos. It's weird that it's still like he'll talking there and stuff that like it doesn't change when you like if you load in Carlos. There is a way to get to that setting though. You press the select, you press on the because in this you don't need C. You're basically using A in this because C is the manual one, B, and A, so it's just A that you use in this. You type A. Yeah, you don't use type B. Because that's in so that you can also cancel on that button as well, so just type A. It's just important to know that, you know, and stuff that's in. Right, and we are gonna need to fight Mr. Nemesis. Actually, let's bring the handgun with us, and his handgun, by the way, I think it has 6R as well. Now he gets a 6 Pro. Yeah. And we have the assault rifle, which we actually do want to use. Because we will need to fight some Nemesis as well. I think we go over to green. If we can avoid here, we can. Ooh! I forgot, do you need to go through that other door there? No, that's the door we came in from the outside, I think. Come on, oh, nice. That push was, that dodge there, or push or whatever was crucial. There's nothing on you, do you don't have a first aid spray now, alright, or do you? Also used operation instructions, yeah, there's nothing. I believe actually, let's pick up the map, why not? I mean, we are going to make more rounds eventually and stuff that, you know. Now, I don't know if the next run we do the one on hard mode, if it's going to be like a thing. Or rather, like, you know. We don't fight Nemesis until the way back, basically. Is there going to be spooders here, though? Okay. I died from poisoning. You saving towards... And it tries to dodge. That was a freaking close, man. We were very close there to actually getting poisoned. It was ridiculous how close that was. So by the way, the run that I'm uploading currently is actually RA2 but Leon and stuff that because, you know, I'm gonna have it so that I can have both a Leon A, Claire A, and so I can also have access to like a Claire B and Leon B, because you need all of them basically so you can get like the thing if we get a high enough you know, rating or whatever. But yeah, but that's bad. We did knock though. But still that's fine, but we are gonna have to be careful with how many grabs we take. I think we need to go full auto here though, just to kill the hunters more easily. You don't want to do the whole manual thing against hunters. Mr. Hunter, because you're not a frog guy, you're a regular hunter, but all hunters are kind of based on frogs. He's so cute. One more. You jumped a bit too early as well. Do we have ammo? Right, and you shouldn't save anything in here because it's not likely that you can go back here with yellow or anything, but yeah. But imagine, right, if it would have been like a Gill A, Carlos A, or a situation like that, you know. Because I would definitely want some sort of ultimate version of Resident Evil 3, or if they do like the whole, as I said, like that they do Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 2 like in the GameCube style. So that would like to fix backgrounds and everything, because then they could add a bunch of extra stuff. Right, and there's no ingredients, of course, because, you know. Right, but there is a first aid here. So do we have enough slot for that? We do, actually, I think. But we shouldn't need to save here now, basically. Well, not yet. And if there are more zombies, which I think there are going to be, we are going to use... We are using manual for that. Actually, we do have quite a bit of handgun ammo here, and his handgun is actually pretty damn good. And then we'll do this.
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm just below the elbow. However,
So basically, I like how the touchpad can be both the start and the select button and stuff that, you know. And stuff that, so you can still have access to start and select, you know, and stuff that, so yeah. Because a lot of people are like, oh, we're missing the start and select button. But I think this matters, right? Let's go B3 first. This might be hunters though. That's bad. We need to full out here. Okay. And there's nothing here, no. And then we got the cuts in here. But then he blows up, sadly. Okay, you cannot even like identify him or anything, but yeah. Let me get the medium base. We have to be careful because these guys, if you get low, they will go for the thing very, very quickly. They actually eat you. And what is it? Medium base, yeah. Is it down? Or is it just the... I don't remember what it is here. I think it's only one that you go down with. I think it's two actually. I think it's two and it's actually two and two and A. I think it is. Uh, why don't I remember what the combination is? Uh, is it 3 and B? Okay, so it's gonna... We're gonna have to test with every switch here. Oh. Maybe it's 1 and 3. Oh no, I used to never do wrong on this before and stuff that. I always used to do this correct. Yeah, so it's 1, 3 and then 8. 1, 3 and 8. Why can't I remember that? Like, I've never taken a long time with that before and stuff that I don't know. I'm all of a sudden like just being like, oh, I don't remember what it is, and stuff that. Theoretically, we could go for the door without like fighting. Because that should just always be free there. That should just always be free. And there's no hunters here. But there are gonna be hunters on the way out, I think. I thought so. So no enemies at all. Do we usually even go back here in the data room? You need the secret room key. I still haven't seen green herbs anywhere though. Oh, yeah. What does that mean? Where am I gonna get the green herbs in this section? Because why would they just give you red herbs to... and this is just the regular room, right? Snake! Okay. Where is the first aid spray? Yeah, maybe it was bad to waste the first aid spray there, but... So you can see which corner it is, because it's supposed to be mirrored, basically, that you just put this, whatever this is. So this is in the corner against the wall. 104. 104, and it's in that corner there. But I forgot if it was mirrored or not. Was it 104? Yeah, it was 104. So what it's not that corner that it means, right? Right, it should be this corner then. I think that's how it works. Or is it mirrored that I mean on the other side because of how the room is laid out? No, it is close to the door. It's the right one of the door. Because it should still be the same here basically, so it was to the right of the door, so this should be right to the door. And then watch that be wrong just because it's mirrored or whatever the fucking room. But why does the location of that not matter? That it's just like it's just the number that decides where it goes. Because otherwise, of course, obviously it would be to the right here and stuff that. But here to the right would mean that it would be in the corner here. Right. But maybe it's meant to be that this is supposed to be the place. That this is where the doctor door is, so it's to the right here in this specific thing. No, that was also wrong. But because if it's to the left of the door, they... Right, because 104 would tell you immediately where it would go. I need to remember, like, the numbers tell you and stuff that, like, it's gonna be really weird. Because this is wasting amounts of time, which we don't want to. Because basically, if I wrote down stuff like this, like, okay, 104 means that it's this corner, right, and stuff that, like, I could just write down which corner it is, like, oh, like at the corner left of the door, and stuff that. But because this will basically be that the thing is on the other side of this thing basically. Oh, it was correct. I should have gone with that first. That's what I thought about doing first. Going for that, so you know. So it is mirrored. 1, 0, 4. Uh, yeah, so it is mirrored technically because it's just on the opposite side of the thing. Let's reset the room first because he died. I know that there's a quick spin or you know like a quick turn. We're gonna get zombies again now. Uh, first floor. There might be zombies here now. We will see. There's only 2 of you. Yeah, I didn't go for picking up all the files and stuff that you know. You know, let's pick this up just in case we happen to get poisoned. I wanted to fight the Nemesis here. Hospital. But then it says exit on the door that actually leads out. Run for it! It seems to be a time-based bomb. Oh shit! Wow. And you know immediately that's your Biden mind. That your body's like, oh, I'm gonna blow this horse. Oh, worms? Snakes, rather. But I think that also actually supposed to be part of the grave digger or whatever, not supposed to be snakes at all, actually. Or dead. He's looking up towards something though. That was weird. We wanna go full out on Nemi though. We can get Nemi stuck here, except I forgot exactly where it was. I believe you can be here basically. Yeah, come on, good. Haha. No, 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 don't go kill Gil. Don't fucking go kill Gil. So because he can actually reach Gil and stuff that, you know. Oh, that does a lot of damage though. Let's get early there as quick as we can. So as he can come to the fighter and you start running and stuff that, you know. That's when he is gonna come from the field. Injected it straight into her butt cheeks. Oh no! We saved though here. Chapel. So nice. Right, and now we do have quite a few saves. And quite a few healing items. I think we need a lockpick. I'm very certain we do. We're still using freeze rounds. Oh, det kommer så igång. Emmichan! Ow! Nice taller. Orange caution already. Yeah, that Nemi can be scary. Because Tentacle Nemi can do a lot of damage too. Now there's not that many Nemi fights left though. You know, not that many left at all. Like in the park, right? There's no fight right in the park, except for towards the very, very end. Uh, And it's very important that you actually have the lockpick here, because otherwise you cannot advance. Shoot things to Fido. Use lockpick. I think we still keep the lockpick also. I think there might be something we could use it on in the place, but oh, maybe not. Regular grenade rounds. Don't mind if I do. There's nothing inside the lockers. Well, there is. More grenade rounds. Very useful if we happen to come across more powders. I mean, I don't theoretically think we need a lockpick here. And so we're at the park now. And then the regular grenade rounds, so we can go close combine them with powder to get more of other stuff. We go nice. That has a bit of a delay to the explosion. We're actually gonna go through the hunters off first so we can use clean out that path. So we don't have to deal with them later. We're getting snakes soon, no zombies. That can be pretty nice. We get zombies here instead. Might say, oh, used to use the regular rounds, but the regular rounds are so important for mixing purposes. It was still fine. Oh, I thought there was a person there. You don't take the fucking risk here. Okay, oh yeah, well, you do need to actually come back here. It appears to have been shot to death. Right, and this key specifically says the graveyard key. Ooh, magnum bullets. That's not bad. Hey, we can definitely use some magnum bullets. Get some more use of the Maggie. Because then we could, you know. I mean, at this point, there's no chance we're gonna not, you know, lose out on all the ammo. Yeah. Just to check here, so we have, okay, so we have a bunch of herbs there, which is good. Okay. Then we can actually go and check the combination here. Say it's the two blacks on the top and the two whites on the bottom, and they're at the very, very corner. So two blacks at the top, two whites in the corner. When I pressed start there, that wasn't gonna work anyway there. That's almost correct, but it is not. Because they need to be in the corner there, that would have been correct otherwise. So that's the move. So that wasn't too bad. I should have remembered what this was, but yeah. There could be hunters down here. We could be getting them hunters. Much. Okay. We're getting nothing, it's empty, right now at least. Okay. We might get hunters here or zombies. And yes, we could have do down more combinations there with the green and red herbs and stuff that we could have, kept them. Stuff that. Right, and now is the time. Now is the time for the big money. Ooh, nah, that's a lot. The iron pipe. Alright, because we need to burn it first, so we need to go inside this little door here, I think. Nice. And there is a magnum with some shots left in it. This one, because this one, the other one is empty. Right, we need a lighter. This lighter is useless now, discard. The thing is, right, though, that you need to leave the building right before, right, like... This lighter is useless now, discard. But what I'm thinking is to say instead is that the lighter has run out of fuel, like discard. Or something like that used to be extra, you know. Not be like, oh, she knew that she was going to use the lighter anymore and stuff that, you know. Because this doesn't trigger the boss fight immediately, if I remember correctly. Let's get this first here. And more ink keys. No? Set out of the C mode and you're dead. Yeah, there's a dodo. At least in the hospital marked. Yeah. Oh. If it isn't Mr. Grenade rounds. I said... Gyllentine. Oh. The funny thing is, if I would have gotten all the early fights, then we would have been able to get everything on this run and stuff there. But yeah, I don't think this.
I'm quite impressed you've managed
to. Yeah, we should have time to do the boss. Let's use safety save here because we know that sometimes you can get a worm can use decide to combo you, like you can get unlucky and then you see decides to combo you and then you basically get stunned and then you die. We might actually pick up one of these combinations. Just in case. And the next Nemesis, the only way to quote unquote fight that Nemesis, the next one that we can fight, we need to do absolutely nothing to get to fight that one because otherwise you just push him off or whatever.
What's going on?
There's one. Come on, good, yes, stay up, stay up, stay up. Still fine. You just said it's to stay up for a very long time there, that's very good. A little bit forward. Oh, we didn't want that. Sorry, please. Come on. You're dead. Undead Graveyard Keeper. Mm. Yeah, we didn't get to electrocute him, but still that was... I think that was a decent fight. It was not the quickest, but that was still pretty okay, I think. Okay, so this is still the sewer block place. Yes. Ooh, there's... Okay, they die in one flame round. Yeah, that's good. Flame is... They don't like to burn. I think that's it dead. The snipe from downtown Rebel Pound. In the 60s, supposed to say from downtown. And I also said like Rebel Pound. Rebel Pound. Why are you fucking pounding rebels, man? Get all three here, actually. Because we can do a sneaky double combination here. So that would mean that in the next part would probably become the finale. Right, we need to... You pretty chill. Emergency kill him. You're pretty chill some of the zombies. We're getting... We're getting hunters. Or is this just gonna be empty now? This is gonna be empty. It almost feels more like a swamp than it is a park, if I want to stuff that a bit, you know. And imagine if there could have been more towns and stuff that, if you like, you know. Alright, you actually need to actually use through this. You use the park key. This is very weird. Yes, let's go, please. It looks like there's something on the bench. Oh. Is that just a glitch? No. It's just some weird texture thing. So now we're gonna choose no option here. Because both options basically means that you don't get to fight this Nemesis, and we need to fight him. Or maybe he knocks you off. You take damage. No. No, not tentacles. They're going right in my ass. Oh. No. Fuck the monster. Push him off, jump off. Nemesis? He actually smacks you off. He's like, I'm tired of your bullshit. And we're put into your location. Put on flame rounds. Because these things, of course, where you enter the factory and stuff that, you know. So this puts us directly at the save room, right? There's the save room. Correct. Yes. Get this file here. Go to manual. Get the water sample. Beep 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 boop 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 boop. Beep 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 boop 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 boop. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking we're calling it a day here actually. You know, and stuff that, and then we will have a final part left. Like hopefully we can do it all in one more part and stuff that's yeah. Say first, of course. And we are at the dead factory or abandoned factory or whatever you want to call it. Okay. So you know, we have been doing pretty great. We have a lot to buy on. So that yeah, sure, this is on like what they game quote unquote calls easy. But I always felt that this was supposed to be normal, right? Because it is weird, right? If it's like the hard mode, there is like the normal mode and stuff that would feel like it's a weird mistranslation thing or whatever, right? You might say, oh, but it makes no sense. Why would you on a normal mode start with a fucking like assault rifle that has 2 clips with it? Why would you start with so much? Because it makes sense story-wise that these weapons are supposed to be like the weapons from RE1 that Jill came out with basically. Like the shotgun is meant to be the RE1 shotgun. So that maybe she did modifications to it. I know it's not the same shotgun and stuff that in the games, but still you see what I'm getting at, right? Or maybe she used this a prepper, you know, and she prepped a bunch of stuff, you know, and stuff that. And the Magnum, I'm thinking it's actually supposed to be a gift from Barry, like, hey, you get this Magnum now, I'm gonna get a new one or whatever, right? Or like, oh, hey, you can use this Magnum. Because I mean, you did find a Colt Python, and I know that this one that you have here is not like a Colt Python at all. I think it only gets identified as a 44 Magnum. I don't think it gets identified as a specific one. I don't think. Yeah, it's Smith & Wesson M629C. A lot of stainless steel revolver, classic type, yeah. With ways to reduce the recoil. Because I believe Python, I forgot if Python had a 44 variant or not. I know there's also like Colt Anaconda and stuff that. Although I don't think Colt Anaconda has ever been put into a game, or at least in a RE sense, you know, stuff there, because yeah, the Colt Anaconda was also very cool. Like we used to have a certain magazine. I don't know if we still have it or if we threw it away because we get. I think it was technically a German magazine or whatever it was. It was basically like a gun bible, but it wasn't one of those gun bibles where all the guns are in black and white. It was actually properly colored guns and stuff that. Then you had an old Colt section with a bunch of like Colt revolvers and stuff that. And then you had like the Colt Anaconda, you had the Python, then you had different variants with like different length barrels and like other stuff, and it was just so fucking cool. And so there were some gray and white in the magazine as well, like later on and stuff that, where it was like, oh, these are all like the old guns and stuff that. But the thing was to promote like new releases or whatever for a certain years or period, whatever it was, right? And it was just such a big gun magazine, and it was the fact that it was just very colorful and you had the different brands and stuff that, and was just such a cool thing, right? Because it's such a different thing when it's like in color and then it's like done in like a display way, like you see the guns laying on something, you know, and stuff that, and then you have the Colt logo in the background like a big thing, and you know, and stuff that, and that's just so much cooler to look into and stuff that. But yeah, instead I think we threw it away because in the old place where I used to live before, which is in the same town by the way, because I'm gonna call it a town or a village almost, because yes, it is a city, but you know, it's on the smaller side, you know, stuff that, and you know, and we live in technically what would be considered the outskirts, because if you travel a certain amount of way in one direction here, you reach the city limits when it's no longer the town or whatever. But yeah, so you know, that is something. But you know, I hope you will enjoy this and stuff that. I'll see if I will record some RE2 today as well and stuff that, you know, at least to continue on in Leon's run and stuff that. But yeah. because I want to have both, as I said, a Claire A file, and I want to have a Leon A file, because when you beat those, you can basically then be guaranteed to be able to start a Leon B and a Claire B whenever you want, because you need a certain amount of clears to get certain unlocks. A hunk is the first thing you're going to be unlocking, but unlocking Tofu, for example, requires you to have done both Claire A, Leon A with like the A rank or whatever it is, and then Claire B and Leon B also with A ranks. And you need to do it back to back basically. So you need to do A ranks into B ranks, into A rank into B rank, but then also the reverse B rank into A ranks, I believe it is, as well, which is why you want to have those files so you can load. Basically, you need a certain amount of clears. I think you need like A and B. You need to do A and B Claire twice, A and B Leon twice, B A. Like, I mean, I know you cannot do B A, but you know. But you know what I mean, like doing like a B run first, like doing it with Claire first, or doing it with Leon first, and then doing like Leon second and Claire second. You need to do both of those twice basically. So you need to do Leon A twice, you need to do Claire A twice, and you need to do like Claire B twice and Leon B twice. You need to get A ranks every single time and stuff like that, you know, so yeah. You need to do basically back to back. Whatever it is, it's something insane like that. But then people figured out more streamlined that hey, those are not at all the requirements for getting Tofu. It's actually more limited and stuff like that. Like people have streamlined it, you know, and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna have to look up exactly what it is, because I believe to unlock Honk, for example, you only need to get like Claire A. And you need to get A on the Claire A run and A on the Leon B run. I think those are the only requirements. It might also be that you need to do Leon A and Claire B also as well and get A ranks in both of those to unlock Honk or whatever. But yeah, unlocking Tofu in the arena was actually really, really hard as of that. But yeah, because Tofu is interesting, of course, because the fact that you need to play very, very evenly and stuff like that, and then you cannot use the submachine gun because it counts as a special weapon and stuff that you're allowed to get like the double pack for inventory and stuff that, and you should do it on whatever character you feel that maybe you're worst on, like, or you know, whatever. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this and I'll see you all next time.